I found a rumble car, then I got 4. I also bought a bag of I also bought a bag of accessories, and now we're good to go. So, you're asking, what are rumble cars? Well, basically, rumble cars are a brand of RC cars that came out back in 2000, 2001, and they were advertised to be almost like battle RC cars. It was weird, but it was cool. You could buy all sorts of weapon packs and obstacle packs, to spruce up your battleground and all that. And the cars were also pretty cool in the fact that not only can you upgrade them with, weapon packs you could buy at the store, but they were also very destructible, and you'll see what I mean later. And supercharged destruction was the name of the game for these things. Yes, whenever you would crash this car into whatever surface it ran into, parts of the car would fly off in an awesome manner. And not only that, but you could also upgrade them with power packs, as they were called back then. And as you can see here, that's pretty much a few of the parts, not all the parts that could fly off the car when damaged. And although sad, only 4 were made. 2, if not all of them, were pretty much just reskins of each other. The power and rumble traps were also really cool, and I managed to get 1 of the rumble traps and 2 of the power packs in the whole set I bought online. And now onto the power packs that I actually got with the whole set I bought online. This is here called the Iron Spike power pack, and you can definitely see why. It has a side-mounted minigun along with spikes, a back rammer with an axle attached to it, very cool looking engine, and some front spikes you can use to ram your enemies. This one is the frontline pack, unfortunately missing the front part, but it's still okay with me. Got the back and the side and the engine that gives it the power up, so they claim. And it does, it gives the car more health and somewhat makes your car a little bit faster. Although not very noticeable, to be honest. But yeah, those were pretty cool though. And then the ones here, these nasty gray ones, are the one that came with the cars to begin with, to give your car some sort of modifiability, but not all that great. But still better than nothing, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Now this is the actual one of the main sell points of the cars that came out, the destructibility. Not a lot of parts, which is good, but still enough to keep you entertained. And as you can see here, when you do hit one of the front ends of the car, those parts fly off pretty violently. At least the smaller parts do. And then so do the left and right rear lights. They also fly off. Now putting them back together, not as fun, but it is what it is for these kind of things. But they're not too hard to figure out, although one has to be put on first before the other, which I learned the hard way, because I managed to break a part when I was younger doing that, and that part wouldn't snap on anymore. But here, as you can see here, it's not that bad, so. But sometimes this car, even though it is considered brand new in the box, when it came to me, the backlight, there you go, falling off, sometimes doesn't want to stay on no matter how much you press it. But with enough luck, it'll eventually stick on, but I just don't know why it does that, even though it's still in the box. But still pretty cool. Now I'm just pretty much demonstrating what it would look like had these cars gotten into an actual scuffle between two people. And as you can see, this is why I loved these cars as a kid, just seeing these parts fly off as he hit various corners of the car. And just seeing all that destruction just made me happy as a kid, because I loved breaking things when I was younger, and I still do even today. So having one of these cars, if not all four of them all at the same time, just makes me happy. And the red one, fun fact, is actually the car I had growing up before I broke it, but managed to find again. So, you know, there's that. So, it's awesome. And to show off these cars, they all have the unique intros when you turn them on.
Let's make some noise. Time to get nuclear. Prepare for combat. Rock on! I am ready to wreck.
And those power packs also change what they say when you turn them on.
Oh yeah, maximum power. That's good stuff. Rocket action. Maximum power.
Seriously?
Prepare for maximum power. Whoa, maximum power. Let's jam.
Now I'm just showing some footage of these cars, pretty much just going and doing what they're normally meant to do. In this case, crashing into things. And if there's a few things you must know about this car is A, they are not that fast. These things are sluggish. This green car at top speed, no joke, goes about 3 to 4 miles per hour. And that red car I think only goes to like 5 to 6 and all that. So they're not exactly fast, but given the nature of what they're meant for, in this case rumbling, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But the extra speed would have been a nice option. And they are also IR operated, meaning they use a transmitter from the remote and a receiver on the car, in this case an infrared LED. Not the best means of transmitting a signal, but they did work, albeit not over time. Now I'm showing the car fully spruced up with one of the power packs, about to go up against the green car with another power pack on it. And this pretty much would show, emulated of course, what it would probably look like if you were to go against someone with these things. And as you can see, the turning radius on these cars is not that great. And good thing they are kind of sluggish, so you have time to turn around, but you know, it's just sometimes it makes it kind of hard to turn into your opponent if you do have one. But as you can see here, everything that's on the car is working as somewhat relatively good, especially the destruction element. It's awesome to see those panels fly off as you hit the sides of the car, and those power packs really do give those cars a different appearance. And I don't know how that happened, but the front one just flew off. I don't think that's meant to happen, but it did, so that was cool. And then there we go. There's some pretty good destruction here, and it's just cool to see these rumble cars rumble and all the damage that these cars can sustain. In case you're wondering what those LEDs in the back of the window are, those are actually your health points. I believe these cars have 20 hits, and once you put the power pack on, you're getting an additional 5. And it was also said that it would make the cars faster, but out of my whole time playing with these things, I have never noticed a difference in the speed, to be honest. So I'm not sure if that was just a gimmick or just a flat out lie, but nonetheless, it did make the cars look cooler, and I just like the idea of it, so I didn't like too much. And as you can see, if you look closely, I have 2 hits left, because one means one hole, one means 2, and a blinking LED means half a hit left. So 1 LED means I have 2 hits left. Blinking means I have 1 hit left, and then so on and so on. So and I am on my last hit, and I can hit the card, and there we go. There is the end of my card. It's life points.
Yeah, back in 2001. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, it's so good. Bring it, Paul. Oh! Oh, frick! No, you take it. Ah, my car. Well, if you look at your lights, you have more health than me. How come my car's slower than yours? What the frick? Because that axle chain thingy, I can't turn either. Come on. Yeah. Okay.
So there you have it, the Rumble car, a destructible and upgradable RC car. When these first came out, I was just amazed at the whole concept of it, being from destructible, cars to weapons you could attach to them and just have full-on battles with them. It was a really neat concept at the time, and whether or not it would be feasible today, I honestly don't know. But it would be cool to see if a toy company would hopefully pick up this idea and maybe even make it real again in 2016. This is being made. But regardless though, if it does happen or not, that's just hope. But that does raise the question, if possible, could you possibly emulate the whole concept again? Well, I do have a spare C car, and I'm guessing maybe if it is possible or not, we'll have to wait and see.